Monty Python would say, and now for something completely different.
We've decided to kind of introduce a few things here. One of them is people keep mentioning Sea Lion class. And for those of you who don't know what that is, we are proud to be members of the 5th Kepler graduating class. We're Sea Lions. Kepler BA classes are named after aquatic life forms. So as the 5th class, Leo is the 5th sign. Sea lion was kind of a no-brainer. The fact that we have a sea lion species local to Puget Sound called the stellar sea lion clinched the deal. So life at Kepler College, okay, begins with a year of history.
And in our first year, we learned the rigors of scholastic debate. And our first debate, in particular, would hold us in good stead for the rest of our debating career at Kepler. Regardless if we were correct or not, we just had to make the opponents cry to win.
And then spend 2 hours at Azteca reassuring each other that we were okay.
You okay?
I'm okay. You okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
The fact that none of our textbooks were specific to our courses contributed to critical thinking, especially when the required reading for an assignment would have several authors offering conflicting views.
Or actively disagreeing with each other.
I like to think that this was a positive demonstration of the philosophical diversity that's supposed to be a part of the liberal arts. Well, it certainly made for a lot of reading.
And contributed to my understanding of the broad meaning of the phrase seen in historical texts may have contributed to the operative word being may.
We moved up from the Socratic method through medieval to scholastic learning systems and explored the Enlightenment and Romanticism. We learned how vital our incorporation of debates and presentations into our symposiums were in order to include the various different learning styles, etc. But what we were really finally coming to realize was that freshmen are the faculty's primary source of entertainment.
Yeah, picture Professor Lehman sitting in her easy chair while we struggle to convey chivalry, enlightenment, and romanticism in 5-minute skits. As we moved into our second year, we are no longer following the one topic for the year, but are learning now to multitask.
Multitasking begins with combined Hellenistic and Vedic astrology, also known as death by Hellenistic, also known as, gee, my chart looks even worse in Vedic.
Okay, so what is this course about anyway? Enter the split brain realm. On one side, we're introduced to the concept of old is new again, astrology by the study of the Hellenistic school. On the other side is the introduction to Vedic astrology, which is a whole other language in itself. Mass confusion reigned in our weedy brains. Little did we realize that this was the warm-up for the infamous 301.
Part of the traditional faculty entertainment is deity night.
Who could forget deity night? As Professor Lehman told us, the hazing rituals of the Kepler second-year students. The stellar sea lions, ever-fast learners, especially by example, remember the previous year's night and expanded on the theme. So we staged a deity variety night with the greatest of all Vedic gods, our favorite host, benevolent Ganesha, as our fun-loving MC. However, who could ever forget that incredible visit from Callie Barbie? My goodness, she just came in and told us the most remarkable things, as only Callie could do. Of course, closing the night's festivities was our taskmaster, taking us back to reality, Shani, otherwise known as Saturn. Yes, I wish we had that video on tape to put up on YouTube.
Then came 203, with a complete immersion into modern dynamic techniques, including using modern house systems and projects done in peer groups. This led to a lot of discussion about which was actually harder, Uranian astrology or navigating a peer group.
Yeah, we lost a few on that curse. Oops, of course. Multitasking became an oxymoron in our third year.
We we start.
Statistics, also referred to by the upperclassmen as death by statistics.
No, this was along with 3 other classes. I think every one of us called the office to request drop slips for that one. We all received the same answer from our dean of students at the time, Dr. No, who said, "It will get better as the term goes on."
Right.
This was followed by death by classical and then death by medieval, also known as, gee, my chart looks even worse than classical.
Hey, Inga, you remember the plant experiment?
This was amazing. I was honestly able to say, the cat ate my homework. She did other things to it too. And in the 4th year, we got to choose electives.
Oh, yes. Mesoamerican mythology. Their creation myth is ridiculous to figure out. The Mayans have this ball court where they play a ball game similar to soccer, but a little more intense. The loser of the ball game gets sacrificed. And his head becomes the ball.
That is sensible. And it cuts down on rematches.
Well, that's for sure. The dreaded senior project. Or, is that a deer in the headlights? From our very first year, we always heard from our illustrious faculty, that is a senior project. Little did we realize what that term meant until the 4th year when the question was, okay, what is your topic for your senior project? Then the great scramble began. Where were my topic sentences anyway that I've been collecting for the last 3 years?
Now, the senior project wasn't an isolated event. It came with the distraction of a portfolio, essays, 2 other classes, and more of those damn self-evals. Now, the portfolio was really neat. You were going through all of your work and picking out things that were indicative year by year, which was really, really interesting. And what was most interesting about it was realizing all the things it didn't show. It didn't show the countless hours spent struggling with the more arcane features of Microsoft Word, learning how to use Blackboard, learning how to use Moodle, learning astrology software, typing all those forum posts, retyping all those forum posts, reformatting all those forum posts after pasting them into Moodle and losing all the carriage returns.
Not to mention how to back up our data in multiple ways and multiple times.
And multiple times.
And multiple
hard drive
crashes.
Yes, yes. But really, all kidding aside, what we really both want to say is just how grateful we really are to all the faculty who so generously tried to stuff every piece of information they thought we might need into our heads, and to the tireless administration staffers who kept us and them organized. And congratulations to us all. Time for a big sea lion bark.
Come on, Sarah.